In this video, we'll walk you through the AI Assistant, a brand new feature introduced in Evernote version 11 in January 2026. We'll walk you through its core features and how you can start using them in your everyday workflow. So, let's get started. To open the AI Assistant, there are a few different options. You can either click the AI icon down here in the corner, or use the keyboard shortcut, Command-Option-A, to bring it up instantly. Have you ever needed to quickly retrieve something from your notes? Well, the AI Assistant can help you do this in seconds. For example, if I type, "What recipes are in my notes?" It will now search through my notes and then return a list of all the notes that contain my recipes. Here we have 6 recipes on display. However, we can click on the arrow keys to display even more. So in total, we have 8 recipes. Let's go with spaghetti carbonara. Now, as you can see, the instructions are all in one big block of text, which makes it a bit hard to follow. Now, beyond just searching, you can also work directly with the content of your notes. So instead of rewriting it myself, I'll ask the AI Assistant to summarize the instructions into a to-do list. And there we go. We have now broken down the instructions into clear, simple steps, which is much easier to code from. Using this content, if we scroll to the bottom, we can then click on the Create a New Note button to insert this content directly into a new note. You can also use AI without directly opening the AI Assistant. If I open the AI features in the toolbar, you'll see there are already suggested actions here, such as fixing typos, along with helping you write, humanize text, translate, draft as. You can also select specific text within a note if you want the AI Assistant to focus on a particular section. For example, since I'm learning Italian, I'll highlight this and click Translate to Italian. And now it's translating just that selection, not the entire note. And actually, my flatmate will probably want to help me with dinner. So instead of starting from scratch, I'll just click to draft an email. And it generates one for me straight away. I can once again scroll to the bottom, and this time I might want to save it to this note for later on. So if I scroll down, and then click Insert, and it's successfully been added to the note. What if you could tag, move, and merge notes together all with one simple action? When I use Evernote, I try to keep my notes as organized as possible, and the AI Assistant makes that easier than ever through the App Mentions button. At the moment, I'm currently learning Italian, and I want to keep all related notes neatly organized. So to tag this note, I can simply say, tag this note with Italian. And the note has now been tagged, as you can see down here. Now, I have just realized this note is actually in the wrong place and should live in my Italian lessons notebook. So I can just say, move this note to the notebook Italian lessons. This note has now been successfully moved to the correct notebook. You can now see the note lives in the Italian lessons notebook up here. You can also use App Mentions to work across multiple notes. For example, if I have 2 notes with related vocabulary, I could say combine, let's choose jobs, and also let's choose greetings as well, into one note. When we click Enter, this will now generate a whole new note. So right now, it's fetching the contents, and now it's creating a draft. As you can see at the top of the notes, it contains all of the job vocabulary. And if we scroll down here towards the bottom, there are then various different Italian greetings, as well as essential phrases. Now, if we keep on scrolling to the bottom of this answer, we can then choose to insert this content directly into a note. We can either choose to insert it at the bottom or instead where your cursor is. So for instance, if I click here, this is where the content will now be inserted. Alternatively, I could also create an entirely new note from the response, containing all of the information. Do you ever wish you could just ask, what's on your schedule? Well, if your Google or Outlook calendar is integrated with Evernote, you can now ask the AI assistant a variety of questions. For example, I could ask, what are my upcoming meetings? The AI assistant will then display a list of your upcoming calendar events. So in this case, I have a user interview coming up. In addition to this, you can also ask the AI assistant about your tasks to help stay on top of them. So for instance, I could ask, what tasks are due this week? Here is generated a list of the upcoming tasks. So for example, one of mine is to write a few summary notes, as well as sort through and organize my existing notes. Do you want answers that go beyond what's just in your notes? Well, the AI assistant can also pull in information from the internet. For example, let's say I want to catch up on what's happening in the world. I can enable web search, and I might ask, what events from January 2026 might impact this project, to get a clear overview of that month's major events. So, as you can see, we have a few different articles discussing tariffs, as well as the World Economic Forum, as well as the US departure from the World Health Organization. When web search is enabled, you'll also see sources attached at the bottom, so you can clearly understand where the information is coming from. So in this case, it looks to be mainly the Financial Times, along with Wikipedia, and a few other articles here and there. Looking for small features that make using the AI assistant even easier? Well, here are some useful ways to interact with the AI assistant. If you'd like to revisit a previous conversation, click at the top of the AI assistant to open your chat history. From here, you can then click on the three dots to either rename a conversation to something else, or instead you can also choose to delete a conversation. If you'd like to continue that conversation, you can also just simply click on it. From the menu, you can then choose to copy the text, or instead you could also maybe choose to regenerate the response if you're not currently satisfied, to try for a better answer. If you accidentally trigger a long response or enter the wrong prompt, you can stop the AI assistant at any time, and then refine the prompt you originally gave. If you'd also like to start a new conversation, you can click the pencil icon up the top. Want to explore even more ways the AI assistant can help you? When you open the AI assistant, click the What Can the AI Assistant Do prompt. Here's a quick overview of how you can work with your notes, such as receiving insights. As you scroll down, you can also see how you can streamline your workflow. And lastly, you can access links to provide feedback, or instead find even more information. Whenever you start a new chat, you'll also find a range of other starter prompts to help you get up and running fast. Thanks for watching this demo on the new AI assistant in Evernote. We hope you found this video helpful and helps you get more done faster.